Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be repotting some Stenocactus. Now I have two plants here that are still in the pots that I bought them in, and these were originally from B&Q, which is a DIY store here in the UK. And believe it or not, I've had these for quite some time now and they've been sat in this pot for so long, but they are really due to be repotted. And I think they're going to be better off this year if I do it now rather than later. So they're really in depleted soil, and you can just pull them out straight away and you can see they are really needing to be repotted. And this other one's exactly the same, just lifts out really easily and the roots are really congested there. So this one here actually has two cactus plants in it. You can see that that smaller one on the right hand side is really bursting to try and get out of that pot there to find its own space. So the soil mixture in here is absolutely bone dry. So this is going to just crumble away quite easily. So let's begin to take this out of the pot. So when you have a plant like this and you've got all the roots at the bottom, you can either just pull them off like this to then make it easier for the plant to come out of the pot, or if it's really stuck, then you've got no option but to just keep squeezing and just tugging away, and eventually it will pull out, but you will get some root damage. We're going to be taking away some of the roots anyway because we need to take all of this off. So you can see it's really hard and solid here. There's nothing more that you can give to it because when you're watering it, the water's not getting to the centre of the root ball, it's just passing down the sides, and the cactus is starting to look a little bit dehydrated now because despite me watering it, it's not really plumped up in the past 2 or 3 waterings that I've given it so far. So sometimes when you're removing these sort of roots from this really hard peat compost, a lot of roots will come away. As long as it does have some left that it can regenerate new ones from, your cactus plant should be fine. You can begin to see now how long this body of the Stenocactus actually is and how fat and chubby the root is here. And then it has the fibrous roots coming off the end. So these do survive a long time without water because they do hold a lot in this chubby root system here. So I'm not too sure what kind of Stenocactus this is because they are very variable in their appearance and their spines, and they can look very similar to one another, but it could be some form of a variety or hybrid. And it's very difficult sometimes to give an exact ID to Stenocactus in general, unless you're buying it from a well-established nursery or a cactus grower, which does have the seed name or the exact ID. Whereas I've bought these from B&Q and you don't get any plant names or IDs with them or anything. It just says cactus on the label. So you can see here they're quite joined together, and they're starting to feel a bit wiggly now. So you can see there that they are in fact separate plants. So I'm going to continue to pull this apart. And there we go, it breaks free. So I've done this before from cactus plants I've bought from B&Q. You tend to get perhaps 2 or 3 in a pot, and they're really bunched up together where they've probably grown together since they were seedlings, and then they end up going as one plant. And then when you get home, you can separate them and have 2 new plants. So there we go. So I know these don't have any bugs or pests or spider mites because I've had these for some time. And I treated them for pests when I first bought them, and they've remained pest-free ever since. So despite being perhaps near other plants that have been infected with mealies or spider mites, these haven't come into contact with any bugs since, so they've been absolutely fine. So I'm just going to pot these up. I'm not going to wash them like I have done before, because I'm relatively confident that these are okay. So we're going to do the other one now. So this one's coming off a lot quicker than the other two. So it doesn't have the most amazing root system in the world, but what we're left with now is just the main framework. But this will certainly regrow and sprout off new roots once it's in its new potting mix, and we're in the peak season now for growth. It's just a little bit dusty, so I'll dust it off with a paintbrush before I repot them. Okay, so let's get on with the repotting. So I'm using my usual potting mix, and I'm going to be using the activated charcoal granules separately, so I sprinkle those in as I repot into where the roots sit. So this one's going to go on its own. This is the smallest one of the two that we separated. So that looks fine, so I'll sprinkle some of the activated charcoal in there. And that's the first one done. So I'll do the others like that as well, exactly the same way. So here they are finished. So we have the larger STENOCACTUS, medium-sized, and the baby-sized STENOCACTUS, all repotted and ready for continuing their summer growth. So thank you so much for watching, and if you're not already subscribed to my channel, do consider subscribing. Click on the red subscribe and it will turn to grey to let you know that you have subscribed. And do check out my other cactus plant videos. I have lots of videos and lots of playlists. So thank you for watching. Bye.